Welcome, parents, guests, friends, and a special welcome to the class of 2020. Please remain standing for the posting of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and National Anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Mark! Color guard! Halt! Close! Present! Arms! Order! Arms! Forward! March!
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and that rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated.
Let us go ahead and pray, shall we? Dear Lord, I pray that you put your hand upon each of these graduates and their families here today, and continue blessing them throughout their future endeavors. Whether they choose to go to college, the military, or the workforce, I pray that they call upon you to seek guidance. I know that you will help guide us into the right path and make our futures flourish, just as you have intended for us. I pray that all of the hardships of the world fade away as you shine a light onto the path you have provided for us. Continue to bless all of these people here today with an abundance of hope so that we may move into the future with eager and open hearts. With all of this said, provide us with the strength, knowledge, and hope to flourish in whatever path that we choose. In Jesus' name, amen.
I'm just going to be real with you today. I just had Sydney there. She got up to come. She was doing what she was supposed to do and asked her to sit back down. I'm going to tell you a few things. Today, as we prepare to bid farewell to these guys, we normally read from a script and we talk about a few things, but I'm going to go ahead and just tell you, I've been nervous. I've been nervous about today. And for once in my graduation planning, I missed some things that I never missed before. But I want to brag on Ms. Crawford, Mr. Morris, for all their support, and the support not for me. But man, isn't it good to see these kids back at Walhalla High School? What a special day. And I'm going to let go of the stress of worry because today we're here to celebrate. I'm not going to try to mark my words. I'm not going to read from this script because let me tell you, for Walhalla High School, this is one of the most special, bright days that I have seen in a long time. And we're going to give some shout outs real quick. And if this takes a little longer, I apologize to Dr. Thorsland because he will scold me. He won't today. God bless him. He is a good man and he takes care of us. But there's a couple of things. Can you believe the good job that our core students just did? They haven't been together for months. It was fantastic, fantastic. You know, the class of 2020, we have 19 Palmetto Fellows out here. We have 10 academic honor diplomas. We have 51 four-year life scholarships. We have 113 two-year life scholarships. We have 12, and some of these young men and ladies could not be here today because they're in basic training. We have 12 who are enlisted into the military. If you've enlisted into the military after graduation today, please stand up. That's absolutely awesome. During this time of great need for the United States of America, we have young people, part of the class of 2020 at Walhalla High School that are answering the call, and they're answering the call immediately after graduation. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you to our young men and young ladies who will serve this country as part of our military. There's a couple of folks that we want to thank specifically today. We would like to thank some of our teachers. Can you believe our teachers who helped these young people, not only our graduating class, but the other students in this school? We come through a hard time. We were in school on a Friday with our kids. And then the next thing you know, we don't have them back. And those folks sitting right down there in zone, what a wonderful job by you guys during this time. So please give our teachers a round of applause. Also, some of our teachers will not be with us next year. Miss Johnny Townsend spent a lot of years here at Walhalla High School. Miss Christian Price, Mr. Kirk Kruzberger, Mr. James Powell will not be back with our staff. Thank you so much for all that you've done throughout your years at Walhalla High School. I'm getting ready to turn this ceremony over to our senior class president. And once again, I'm not going to read from a script. I told these guys yesterday how much we care about them, and that's just the absolute truth. And today, folks, let's celebrate. Doesn't it look different? We have a plexiglass thing over there for the kids to get their picture made. We're spread out. Even though it looks different, isn't it just an absolute wonderful day for the class of 2020? Now I'll turn it over to our senior class president, Senior Vickery.
Good morning. I am Sydney Vickery, the senior class president. And right now, I also want to thank Mr. Garrett for this platform because I am a small human. But anyway, it was my honor to welcome you all to the commencement and to introduce our district office staff and the school board of Oconee County. Honored guests, please stand and remain standing until all names are called. Superintendent Dr. Michael Thorsland, Associate Superintendent Mr. Steve Hamby, our Walhalla Area School Board members, Mr. Jerry Lee, Mr. Joe Grucat, thank you for all your dedication and commitment to the students of Oconee County. I would now like to recognize our area principals, Mr. Bobby Norzan, principal of Tomasi Salem Elementary, Josh Holliday, Kiwi Elementary, and Scott Dixon, Mr. Walhalla Middle School. Today we will become graduates of Walhalla High School, but it would not be possible without the support of the teachers, leaders, and all of our area schools. Thank you for what you have contributed to our education and our future. Last, but certainly not least, we salute our teachers and staff from Walhalla High.
Hello, I'm Corey Talley, senior class reporter. By tradition, the class of 2020 will be addressed by our honor graduates. Savannah Rex, salutatorian, will deliver our first speech. And valedictorian, Adam Thorsland, will deliver our second speech. And give the concluding remarks. God, that was awful, I'm so sorry. I hear a delay in the mic, so I'm blaming it on that. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Corey. Hello, everyone. I'm grateful for the opportunity to stand here in front of all you fellow graduates, friends, teachers, and family. In case you didn't know, being able to graduate on the grounds of our beloved Walhalla High was not part of the original plan. However, what a blessing in disguise to be handed our diploma on our home football field. Instead of graduating at Little John Coliseum, we get to celebrate our journey of high school at a place that is overflowing with memories of Friday night games, student section chants, new friendships, marching band performances, swirling color guard flags, PE labs, or for me personally, track meets and hours of running. This field represents the school, the culture, and experiences that will forever impact our lives. Being able to graduate here has taught me that fun surprises and unexpected blessings can be found even in challenging hardships. Being a graduate of the class of 2020 already sets us apart from other years due to the special circumstances of COVID-19 and the resilience we have gained through this experience. But being a 2020 graduate from Walhalla High sets us apart even more. Walhalla's distinctive passion for community unites us all as we come together to solve problems around us. This community pushes its students to work hard, to give it your all, to set challenging goals, and to help each other. Our amazing teachers, administrators, staff, and coaches have shown us the moon and then gave us the necessary tools to be able to build and fly our own rocket ship. At Walhalla, we resolutely strive for a standard of excellence. This class has achieved impressive accomplishments in academics, in sports, in the arts, and in all other organizations. But most importantly, we have established an environment where you can always find a friend or a mentor. This mindset is powerful because only together can we overcome real-world challenges. Walhalla's diversity and the well-roundedness of the students help us recognize each other's individuality and value the part we each play in building a more unified world. Diversity is important in a high school because exposure to unfamiliar people, cultures, and traditions teach valuable communication skills about new concepts and help us develop a more worldly and informed view. Almost every year at graduation, some people say, this class will change the entire world. But what makes one class more special, more influential than the previous class or the following class? Maybe there is a future billionaire or world-class athlete in our midst whose influence and talents will inspire billions. But I personally believe that every graduate here today has the ability and opportunity to change the world around them. Whether that is in your families, social groups, work environment, or wherever your path may lead, we have the power to make a difference for good. One of my favorite quotes reads, "The joy we feel has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives." Yes, our senior year did not end the way we expected or hoped, but dwelling on the negative or the not happening in our lives limits our ability to truly accomplish our goals and have a fulfilling life. When we instead focus on serving others, being kind, forgiving, grateful, diligently working hard, and building our talents, we find true happiness. I want to take this opportunity to thank our families, friends, leaders, coaches, teachers, staff members, and administrators for the support, guidance, lessons, and love you have given us. Your sacrifices and valuable commitment have not gone unnoticed. Thank you for being there the last 4 years and for preparing us for the exciting years ahead. I challenge the class of 2020 to change the world around them using the knowledge and attributes we have developed from our time here at Walhalla High School. As we go our separate ways, the memories of Walhalla will always be able to unite us again. If you remember nothing else from my speech, please remember to work extremely hard. You never know what might happen. Thank you.
All right, first off, I want to thank everyone who made it possible for us to be here today. To the parents and all the family who have undoubtedly been there for each graduate, thank you for your continued guidance and support. To the staff at Walhalla High School, who truly have accomplished their mission of creating lifelong learners by building rapport and providing relevant, rigorous instruction. It's been a team effort, and it's great to be able to see everyone here today who played a part in person and celebrate together what is likely the largest accomplishment of our youngest lives so far. To my fellow students who have now completed their time here at Walhalla High School and are now looking ahead to what's next. Thank you for each of your individual roles in making up the class of 2020. The last 4 years has been a time of growth, a time of learning, and a time of exploring for each and every one of us. We've all experienced it differently. There were the scholars, the musicians, the athletes, and those who are a little mixture of everything. Walking into this beautiful new school building the first day of freshman year, none of us knew exactly what combination we would be at the end of our 4 years here. It was an intimidating idea at first, but it's been a period of great development for me to find my balance of school, sports, and other activities, and to see others do the same alongside me. Every student has contributed in their own way to the success of this whole class, from those with 8 classes, 5 clubs, and 3 sports every year, to those who prefer to study their other interests outside of school. The important part was that every individual found the level of involvement that fit their goals, because as Mr. Garrett loves to say, if all you ever do is come in these doors and go to class and go home, you're missing out. High school is a very boring place if you don't get involved. And involved we were, up until our very last day, maybe more like the last day of the 3rd quarter. It seemed like any other Friday afternoon, and all of us were ready to relax for the weekend. But as it worked out, we didn't get to come back the next Monday, or the Monday after that, or the one after that. And then before we realize it, here we are on our graduation day. It's impossible to ignore the circumstances under which we're graduating today, as much as we wish they could be the normal. Throughout our years as high schoolers, all of our work has led up to this time, being a senior. Whether that meant the opportunity to sleep in until 11 o'clock and only come to school for 3rd period, to stand in the front row of the student section under those Friday night lights, or to make all-region band or chorus and see the rewards of all your hard work. There are many memories and accomplishments that we've all looked forward to that are well-deserved, and we're here today to celebrate those things, including the ones we missed while spending that last quarter at home. We missed those last weeks of school after exams wrap up, spending time with the classmates we've grown to know so well. Field day, signing yearbooks in the school cafeteria, and watching Mr. Garrett perform in the school talent show. Our final concerts were the chance to display the results of every minute of practice from the past 4 years. Our spring sports senior nights, getting one last chance to compete as a high schooler. And our senior prom, one of the main events that every senior anticipates all year long. Among so many other memories that can too easily be taken for granted. Not by our class, though. This time away has shown me that we really must appreciate the time we did get to spend together here at Walhalla. No, I guess you could say we missed out on a lot, but in reality, I'm not sure we could have asked for a more memorable senior year. No other high school class can say that they finished their career from home or that they took final exams from the comfort of their beds. None of them signed yearbooks digitally or had their posters hung up along the streets of Walhalla. Perhaps we'll look back on this time later in our lives and say that it was made only more special by its uniqueness. So in the end, there's no reason for us to dwell in what's past now. As Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." So none of us understand exactly why our senior year had to end the way it did, or what our futures may hold, although some may have a better idea than others. To those who do have a plan, congratulations. And for those who still don't know, that's me too. Enjoy the process of finding your passion, because I believe we've all been prepared to excel in whatever comes next in our journeys, just as we've excelled to get to this point today. I wish I could list all the accomplishments and successes of each graduate today, but I'm confident that list would put me far past my time limit. And I'm even more certain that no one, myself very much included, wants me to talk for that long. So I want to close today with as good a summary as I could come up with to remember these last 4 years at Walhalla with each of you. From all the morning classes and tardy passes, to Friday nights and stadium lights, to mid-class snacks and textbook stacks, and a summer essay for every first day. The class competitions at a pep rally. I think we won the most, but who's keeping tally? And who could forget that classroom-wide fame you felt when you won an intense Kahoot game? Running the pacer in freshman PE and learning that it's not a coincidence, it's geography. Even waiting to turn right at the school traffic light or a last-minute cram before a final exam. With 4 years ahead that we tended to dread, time could really drag on, but now that it's gone, and I think I speak for us all when I say that time flies and that our favorite hellos became our hardest goodbyes. So goodbye, class of 2020, and goodbye, Walhalla High School. Thank you all for everything.
At this time, will our distinguished guests please take their places?
Adam Gary Thorsland, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Savannah Rex, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Sydney Paige Vickery. Christina Joan Cartner. Yuri Marana. Corey Douglas Talley. Ajalee Danae Artoon. Brady Franklin Abbott. Caleb Aguirre. Josiah Michael Akridge. Catherine Haiti Alvarez. Elizabeth Arriaga Perez. Kalina K. Atkinson. Hannah Leanne Ayers. Cody Xavier Barnes.
Yes, sir.
Hannah Grace Hall. Lakin Hannah Long. Stellan Alexander Martin. John Florentino Rain. Brandon Keith Barron. Cynthia Ann Bain. Catherine Ann Beasley. John Henry Blackwell. Caitlin Rose Blackwell. Blake Nolene Bulkin. Sarah Cheyenne Bray. Megan McKinley Bryant. Cheyenne Ty Bryant. Sydney Grace Bryson. Samuel Jr. Buckler. Daniel Andrew Buford. Ethan Kane Burrell. Autumn Starr Burton. Mason Michael Buzzard. Jordan Ray Kane. Corral Leilani Calixto Mendoza. Riley Montgomery Callahan. Audrey Peyton Avery Campbell. Emma Grace Campbell. Dusty Garrett Cantrell. Mikhail Jakeem Carson. Amy Celia Cassiano. Emily Rose Chavez. Irving Lanell Chino Loreno. Ryan Christopher Schmeller. Helen Sarah Clements. Caleb Austin Collins. Michaela Brianne Collins. Joshua Jacob Comstock. Michaela Rose Connors. Brianna Rose Cooper. Alexia Lee Correa. Courtney Renee Craig, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Andrew Keith Crane. Molly Lynn Craps. Taylor Lynn Crawford. Luke Reed Crocker. Cassidy Lee Crooks. Christian Ariel Cruz. Keith Cruz. Samuel Omar Cruz. Yerlin Melissa Cruz Galvez. Caitlin Michelle Davis. Zachary James Davison. Abigail Brooke Dean. Kylie Shay Dempsey, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Betsy Diaz. Dixie Vianney Diaz. Carson Tanner Dunton. Keely Jasmine Eastmead. Ethan Cole Ellenberg. Alexandra Estrada. Isaiah James Frizzell. Joseph Garcia. Xavier Dominic Garza. Garrett Lee Gibson. Patrick Brian Gemus. Janet Gomez. Jonathan Gomez. Nason Botanicourt Gonzalez. Good, how are you? Austin Ezekiel Grant. Bailey Leanne Grant. James Bradley Grant. Simon Andrew Gray, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. William Parker Guidra. Spencer O'Neilly Hall. Kaylee Ann Hallman. Robert Henry Hallman. Ashton Lee Gage Hamby. James Stephen Hanvey. Madison Lee Hapetius. William Paul Harris. Jaquez Ahmad Harrison. Eli Cade Harvey. Noah Seth Hazelden. Kylie Ann Heaton. Carter Xavier Reed Hemingway. Georgia Loren Ray Henthorn. Elizabeth Hernandez. Jasmine Lizette Hernandez. Yes. Okay. Brady Kyle Hightower. Colton Jack Hires. Tyler Stephen Hogan. Anna Lynn Holbrooks. Letha Victoria Hopkins. Michael Andrew Hautzer. Tyler Kalen Hunter. Alexis Grayson Johnson. Joseph Alexander Johnston. Declan James Capusta. Parker Douglas Kelly. Easton Pack Keys. Jonathan Thomas King. Ann Caitlin Kowalski, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Chase Dale Coleman. Tyler Dean Lee, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Austin Ronnie Madden. William James Lee. Kendall Faith Lewis. Carmen Lima Marana. Abram William Logan. Corey John Loggins. Adam Garrett Lowry. Kayla Lee Malloy. Michelle Marana Calixto. Jasenia Marana Hurtado. Elizabeth Ann Marson-Gill. Jacob Ross Marson-Gill. Sydney Lynn Marquez de la Plata. Willis James Martin. Isui Martinez. Maria Guadalupe Martinez Miranda. Bradley Grant McCall. Sorry. Thomas Avery McCall, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Madison Lee McGuffin. Ethan Glenn McMahon. Jacob Dalton Medlin. Caitlin Elizabeth Molescu. Zane Isaiah Cole Meredith. Jacob Alexander Michio. Jason Mondragon. Brandy Montalvo. Ansley Elaine Moore. Jack Bradley Moore. Caitlin Paige Moore. Luke Garrett Moore. Alexis Morales. Brady James Morgan. James Christopher Mulliken. Owen Bradley Murray. Zachary Joseph Neal. Landon Isaiah Norzan. Brian Gabriel Olvera. Elena Alexandria Ortega. Abby Martina Owens. Darian Orion Owens. Adam Timothy Pasek II. Dev Hiran Kumar Patel. Sonny Hiran Kumar Patel, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Braden Lee Patterson. John Albert Paul. Kimberly Hope Pay. Sierra Marie Picat. Alec Anthony Persanti. Brooklyn Tierra Poole. Madison Jade Poor. Addison Paige Porter. Leah Elizabeth Portillo. Autumn Marie Powell. Madison Taylor Pumphrey, recipient of the South Carolina Academic Honor Diploma. Abner Magdeo Quiones, Jr. Ryan Robert Rabb, II. David Scott Lee Ramey. Madeline Grace Rankin. Madison Grace Rankin. Cassidy Lene Reed. Amen. Brandon Miguel Reyes Montiel. Dustin Lance Robertson. Derek McKenzie Robinson. Elizabeth Allie Rodriguez. Hope Riley Rogers. Alan Antonio Rosas Arriaga. Adrian Daniel Rose. Millicent Christine Ruse. Jeffrey Mark Runs, Jr. Stephen Terry Saulnier. Emma Ruth Schulenberg. Isaac Jamal Sellers. Ronald Serrano. Sorry. Vanessa Gabriela Serrano. Josie Nicole Shiverdecker. Brooke Simpkins. Colton Wayne Simpson. Courtney Lauren Smith. Haley Elizabeth Smith. Hannah Grace Smith. Kayla Nicole Smith. Caitlin Nicole Spencer. Ira David Steele. Luke Charles Stevens. Cadence Asia Clark Stryker. Tracy Nicole Talley. Caleb Sheridan Thrift.
Give it to him, baby.
Cooper Blake Timms. Victor Manuel Torres. Camden O'Brien Underwood. Caitlin Ann Van Adder. Renee Herberto Vargas II. Nicholas Alexander Vickery. Sarah Isabella Villarreal. Michael Avery Walters. Charles Thomas Ward. Jason Cole Warren. Rebecca Christine Watts. Krista Malaysia Webb. Brandon Thomas Welch. Where? Jardell Joshua Drayshawn White. Maria Rose White. Jordan Dale Wilbanks. Michael Barrett Wilds. Dylan Patrick Wilson. Wyatt Brown Winstead. Connor Joseph Workman. Colin Abercrombie Warzencroft. Haley Christian Wright. Owen Walker Zillick. Zoe Lynn Ruth Zimmerman. Abigail Lee Zerbel. Bailey Lee Whitman.
Please rise for the Walhalla High School alma mater.
At the foothills of the mountain, standing day by day, is a school, a dear Walhalla, where we work and play. We will always sing your praises, will be ever true. There will always be Walhalla memories of you.
These seniors have completed all requirements of the state of South Carolina, the school district of Oconee County, and Walhalla High School, and are now the graduates of 2020. Please move your tassels to the left. JJ, would you lead us out?